beginning of time, during the creation story, at the end of every day of creation, God looked back and said, "This was good." And on the day when God made humans, God looked back over what God had made and said, "This is very good." God celebrated at the end of every day of creation. Even after all I've been through and this transition to a new climate and a new way of living and living according to my feelings and making choices in my highest good and in the highest good of the people I care about, I still was struggling a lot with the fatigue and just so exhausted. So I asked a really good friend of mine about it. I said, "Do you have any advice for the fatigue?" And he said, "I don't think it's medical." I mean, I had been to the doctor, I'd done all the tests, everything looked good. There didn't seem to be a medical reason for me to be so tired. But he didn't need to know that in order to say, he asked the question, "Do you ever celebrate what you've done?" It was such an odd question. I mean, we're talking about fatigue here, right? Yep. He's like, you might want to build some celebration into your everyday life. It was one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received. And since I've started practicing that, the fatigue has gone down. My energy levels have gone up. I mean, if it was good enough for God, it's good enough for us too. I think the thing I celebrate the most in this whole journey is that the little girl I used to be, the one who played football, the one who was always running around outside and could hardly be contained indoors, the one who ran barefoot all summer long. I celebrate the fact that she's proud of who I have become and that she feels safe enough to come out to play again. For a long time, she didn't feel that way. I felt like I had lost a part of myself and I had lost my joy and my enthusiasm for life. A lot of people talk about gratitude, and gratitude is also really important, being just grateful for everything, really, just everything. But celebrating, like God did at the end of every day of creation, that's a game changer. Because the more you celebrate you, the more you have to celebrate. And I don't necessarily celebrate accomplishments or things I've done, but I celebrate who I am and how I respond to the world. I celebrate the fact that I move forward based on beliefs about the spiritual world. Beliefs that I've only gotten from the Holy Spirit, not from a book, not from a class, not from a sermon. But I receive my guidance from the Holy Spirit and I move forward in my life based on that. And that's one of the things I celebrate. And it really does help me thrive. So I hope you too will find a way to build in some celebration into everyday life. Take some time to think about, what do you have to celebrate? And how do you want to celebrate? Could be many things. For me, it's writing, dancing, blowing bubbles. These are the things that make me happy. So go out and enjoy life and celebrate it. And thank you so much for watching this season of The Barefoot Deacon. Can't wait to see you again next season. Take care. And remember, God always loves you. You are never alone, and you are something to celebrate. Love you guys.